shadow cabinet. Continue. Let's see if this doesn't crash on me again. Stupid thing. Okay. Got it in the house. Right, I have that one. Yep.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
What is around here? Let's see what we have. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. Gunfire.
Your prey is mine now! You're feeble!
Good trigger part. I can use that. Okay, where am I going overall? I know I've been there. Oh, new battle available.
I'll kill you!
Blood. Oh, hello. Do I have anything I can use? Okay. Good hammer part, which I don't have. Yeah. Where does this put out? Okay, been there, done that. That's a shortcut back. 10 to 1. Okay. What's up here? Through and rogue.
Oh, Christ! Bloody leech!
What I really need to do is suck his blood. I'm low on blood. Ah, good rats. Even
I
good
can't
neighborhoods have
believe
rats.
I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Come on, rat, move. Frickin' rat.
This is despicable.
Okay. See that sign? Been up there. I see a box in the corner of my eye. Nope. Okay. Well, it says there's new dialogue with Lady Ashbury, so I guess we'll go chat. And then we'll go explore. Because I want to see what the dialogue is. A lot of talking in this game. A lot of talking. Okay. Let's see what she has to say. And then we will go and see what there is to see in this area. With its melancholy music. Okay. She's not down here. Is she upstairs? Upstairs. Ooh, yes. Let's see what she has to say.
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
About your
Concerning
investigation.
your investigation,
Yes?
are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
About the
Do you
epidemic.
know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
About the future.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least, better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
Tell me
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Okay.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe. You and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Oh, they are falling for each other.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
Down the stairs. Okay, let's go kill some people. See some stuff. Okay. Let's go this way. So that's where Ascalon Club is. Well, or do I want to... It's a fancy car. Very red.
Bloody leech! No! Fuck, it's fast! This is now my...
Gotcha! The trigger part again. So rarely use guns. Oh, good handle part, yay. Okay, that goes to that park. Okay.
Not a safe place. Right now, sir.
Both dead. Not doing very good because I suck at parrying. Theater. Rock.
I cannot enter.
A box. Okay, where are we going? I have no idea. I'm looking around, seeing what there is to see. Okay. where does this put me out? At. Okay. I know where this is. It's near that bridgey thing. Finsbury Gate. Forgot to mean. Okay, what do we have down here? Road to Whitechapel.
It's locked.
Okay. Ill-formed Dazzler Skull. Okay. All sorts of people fighting around here that I can't really do much about. At least not yet.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Step away, sir. Oh! This one's mine! Killing's all you deserve.
Let's see if I can pummel him to death.
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
I suck at parrying. Okay. Icor's threat. What does that say? Need for blood. Blood is it? There we go. Icor's threat. Of all the evil and foul skulls I have ever had to fight, the Icor, or Icar, may be the worst, not because of its fighting prowess, or even if it remains a powerful and dangerous opponent. Even if it remains a powerful and dangerous opponent. No, not because of its superior wit or cunning plans. An Icor is quite blunt and straightforward in his actions and objectives spread diseases, contagions and epidemics whenever and wherever it can. An Icor is the incarnation of viruses and infections. Wherever it goes, sicknesses appear and quickly spread. It is like it only walks this earth to generate plagues and epidemics. As if its skin itself diffuses sickness, Icors are clever, sneaky, malevolent, and ferocious, capable of enduring many wounds. To spoil a water tank, a granary, or banquet, that is the kind of things an Icor would enjoy to do, in order to please its putrid and perverse nature. They are so rare that we do not know anything about them. The Lazy Brotherhood believes that they should not be considered vampires or skulls, but as something else. All I know is this: an Icor must be destroyed by all means necessary as soon as it is spotted. From Know Your Enemies by Carl Eldritch, Prey One Leader. Let's see. Where was that one? There's that one. Okay. They sound nasty. Okay, open up that doorway. Except I don't want to go that way just yet. Boxes, anything? Nope. I can still hear someone. out how to get there in a bit. Oh, I think I know where this is. Maybe. Yeah, I know where this is. I know where this is. There's no people around.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Okay, I still want to go here for a second. So, if this is where he's from, does he have an apartment? Curious. But it doesn't look like I can get in there yet. Okay. So we'll go out the other door. See where that puts me. See where that puts me. Pick some garbage. Okay. Well, let's go. Forward here. Where am I in relation to everything else? I want to see what's here, I think. Should have stunned him. Should have stunned him. That. God, I suck at parrying.
Thirst for blood.
Now, there's an unknown person back there. I don't know how to get to them. Figure it out in a minute. Another couple people there. Oh, a door. Locked door. An open door. I like open doors. Reed's Mansion. So a few nights have passed since I buried my demented sister Mary for good, and the same questions are still tormenting me. Has this horror no end? Am I getting used to it since Mary was a vampire, following her preceding me since I made her important. Oh, Reed's not. This is his house. Nice house. Okay, if I want to upgrade this, I need one more good hand support. Never get that to work. Small key. Details. Skull key. To Aubrey Reed's office. Who the hell's Aubrey Reed? Your dad? Maybe his demented mother?
Mother. Good evening.
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother. I'm finally home.
Yes, but this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found. But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary? She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Uh-huh. What can Emmeline Reed say? Emmeline Reed. Emmeline Reed? She's got how many hints? We've got 2 hints. Life in London.
Mother, do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No, that can't be true.
It was just a bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty and dead eyes.
Are you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject, and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She's not famous, And her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
We'll deal with this later. Yeah, I want to go and we'll come back. Just want to see, can you get around? You go in the front door. Can you go in the front door? Or do you have to go in the back way?
This one's mine! Mine is mine!
Shillings. Nope. Okay.
The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
Hey, I'll come and talk to you after. Does he say anything when he goes home? If he lived right next to it, you'd think he would have noticed it before. Old letter. Reed mentioned 8th of March, 1908. My dear Avery. As I already told you several days ago, I may be forced to leave England, if only for a few months. While I'm away and until my son comes back to London, I want you to take the best care of our house. I already made the entire necessary arrangements to have your wages increased and paid as long as you'll work. You promised me you'd protect my dear wife and serve her to the best of your ability. For that I thank you from the bottom of my heart. If I am never to return, you are the only man I fully trust. Believe me, your most affectionate friend, Aubrey Reed. Avery Cork. Who do we have here? Avery Cork. Unknown. Avery Cork. What does Avery Cork do? Look. house? What is in his house? That would be Avery, I betcha.
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan, I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Well, he was kind of dead.
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Talk, 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 talk.
Perhaps we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
Okay. About Mary's funeral.
I'm sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your
he was
sister's
there.
funeral.
To be present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I am sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
What is the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic. But the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives anywhere? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
Okay. Let's see.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Of course not.
Do you really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick, but what will you do once the epidemic is over?
I
really don't know. I have always enjoyed seeing new horizons. Once the epidemic is over, it would be nice to leave London for a while.
I understand, Mr. Jonathan. But you have to realize that your mother needs you. Your next departure could break her heart.
Back. I think I got them all. Except that one hint.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
You don't
Of
help
course,
Cat.
Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Okay. It's in this room that I can take. Nice, comfortable room. Obviously, they've got some money. And it's not really theft if it's my house, is it? That was the door I couldn't go in. Yeah. Cat, you are not helping.
Jonathan, my dear, bring me my glasses. I feel like reading.
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames, and then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I lost my way. Somewhere between the boat and the house, my life changed completely.
You should have told me, Johnny. I would have understood. You always were a secretive little boy.
Do you think Avery is right? Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Still don't trust
Goodbye,
that much
Mother.
yet.
Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon. Mary? Oh, my dear daughter. How are you today? How is your sweet boy?
Okay. Another nice room. Anything here? Other than just a few stuff. A letter. Aubrey Reed's first letter. Reed Mansion, 4th of April, 1908. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, you will be 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing to you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how best to write you this until I remembered the puzzles and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how I loved Oh, how you love to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose you one final game. This will probably be less rewarding. No candies or exotic treasures for you to if you decipher this game. This time, but a greater treasure perhaps, the truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promised my family was still and still is everything to me. I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you growing up, play and laugh, and filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife. But fate found me in the end, and I had to make a tough decision. The worst was to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and soon I'll be gone forever. I don't ask for forgiveness, but for understanding. If you want to know more, all you have to do is remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall trees on sunny Sundays. Your affectionate father, Aubrey Reed.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
I wonder where this is leading.
Jonathan, my dear, bring me my glasses. I feel like reading.
Is that Mary's room, maybe?
Jonathan, my dear, bring me my glasses. I feel like reading. Aubrey, I'm not sure visiting Italy is a good idea this time of the year.
She's a little bit bonkers, isn't she? A little bit bonkers. You gonna do anything there, old lady? Yes. You are. Okay, I have to go outside. Okay, let's see what we got out here.
Your father and I have spoken about your fiancé, Mary. We believe he'll be an honorable husband for you. We'll set a date for the marriage then. That way, I'm sure one of my children will give me grandchildren. I understand your thirst for knowledge, Jonathan, and your father and I are proud of it. But you are not that young anymore, my son. When will I meet your soulmate? You can ascribe my romantic tendencies to my French origins if you want, Aubrey. But I'll never cease to believe in a match made in heaven, my beloved.
A little bit nuts.
I really
little
wish
bit.
you could meet her.
Hello, how are you?
You would love her. It's locked, all right.
Okay. Does she say anything more? Does she have anything more to tell
Hello
me?
again, Mother.
Jonathan, back already. Good, good. I was just about to go outside to find you. You shouldn't stay away for so long.
About your family. Let's do this. About father.
Father seems to have left me some documents. Some sort of treasure hunt game. Do you know anything about them?
No, Johnny. But your father always loved to write these little games for you when you were a boy. Don't you remember?
I remember now. He used to post me these riddles, as though they were sent by a mysterious games master. I'd spend weeks trying to decipher them.
Your father was always so proud each time you found the answer. He was not just the serious doer banker everybody thought he was.
I was proud too. How could I forget that?
The important
I'm
thing
enjoying
is that
it.
you remember it now.
It's got its faults,
I'll
definitely.
tell your father the next time I see him.
The combat takes a
He'll
while
be
to get
so
used to it. Especially because I'm not necessarily good at
Could
that type of
Father have
combat.
conceived some sort of final game for me before he left?
I really can't say, Johnny. Perhaps you should talk with Avery about that. He was your father's confidant, more than I.
A lot of it is like parrying and stuff, which I'm not very good at.
Why do you say Mary is visiting you, Mother?
There's a lot of talking
You know
in it,
that's
like
impossible.
stuff like
Why
this.
should it be? Are you not standing in front of
But
me
it's
right
kind of an
now?
interesting story.
Why should it be any different with your sister?
But Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson, and my son-in-law, you're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Do you really see Mary and Father?
And it's one of those games
Do
where
you
your
also
choices
see
kind of
me as
impact
one of
things.
the dead?
Yes. For many years, it was just a game. Since your father left us without a word, I took to the habit of speaking to him.
Yes, I remember. I sometimes spied on you and listened to you talking with Father in the garden. It made me so angry then. But it was just a game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But since then, my poor dead Mary visited me in my room. She led me to her grave, and there you were. I now know the dead can haunt us.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like I said, it's
You
kind of an
did not
interesting
deserve
story.
to endure this.
But
Mary
it's certainly
should
not a
never
perfect
have
game
done
by
this to
any
you.
means.
That's true, my son. But you know what the worst part is? I liked it when Mary spoke in my head. Now she is silent, and it makes me so sad.
Should I leave you alone? Just ask, and I swear you'll never hear from me again.
Oh, no, Johnny. You're always welcome in this house. And one day, when I finally die, we'll all be together again. Just as Mary promised us.
Yeah, there's a lot of talking and stuff
Goodbye,
in
Mother.
it, but like I said, it's an
Try to
interesting
rest.
story.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
And I'm just gonna go see if I can find this guy that's yelling, and then I'm probably gonna quit for the night because I have to get up in the morning. How to find where he is. Other side? Other side, maybe? There? Well, you know, a lot of games are so introductory.
an old match for...
Didn't quite mean to do that. I'm gonna die. I'm dead. I suck. I'm not good with this type of combat. Let's try this again. Well, it's one word for it. I keep forgetting to lock on to them, and then that's just, you tend to get your ass beat if you don't do that, I find. And they've thrown some new enemies in the mix at this level, so. And then once you die, it moves you back to, or it resets the enemies.
Are you masculine? I don't care! Ah!
Well, and I'm not good at this style anyways. I'm not good at parrying. I just lack timing. Oh, finally. I am not very good at the whole timing thing. Hello, who's this?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
What do I have here about him? What does it say about him? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hints. And he has no contacts.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Steal some more money. Heresy of the Pure Blood. Pure blood, we know the expression. We've heard it in the foul mouth of the heretics and the foreign barbarians. Used it sometimes ourselves, but do we really know what it means? A vampire born from an immortal belly? What a disgusting idea. How would such a creature find its place among the living? What would be its purpose? Ours is clear, gentlemen. Ascalon is here to protect the Empire and all its citizens. We are the protectors and the shepherds, when sometimes sacrifice a sheep for our sustenance. Whoever wrote this did not know how to speak English. Whoever will be found guilty of succumbing to the desire of breeding immortal child shall be eradicated. From the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, founder. There is definitely some language issues with the writing. Hello, more stuff. And I'm gonna go... Okay. a battle. See, I'm gonna die. Gonna die lots. Lots. Oh, where is it gonna dump me? Where is it gonna dump me? Where is it gonna dump me? Thinking. Figures. Helps if you... Ouch. Okay. Let's go up here and quit for the night. Because it's late and I'm tired and I have to get up in the morning. Can I craft anything before I go? One of those. One of those. Those are all upgraded. I don't think I've got any parts for that. Nope. Can I upgrade this yet? I can. Damage or stun. Add 6 stun points. This is damage. $290 damage, $264 damage. And then this one, I need more. Okay. Do I know what's going on in here? So I've met 4 people. Well, haven't really met her yet. And what can I upgrade? Only that, and I don't really use that. Okay. Won't upgrade anything just yet. Let's see what happens around me here. Stable. Sanitized. Sanitized. Healthy. Of her. Okay. Okay, well that is it for the night, I do believe. Oh, wrong button. Wrong button. Good night. Thanks for watching.